What is up, everybody? This is me again, Cat the African Mark, and ah, the recent batch of WWE releases. This is my reaction. I've never done a reaction to these before, but this one I had to do this one because Hit Row. Why? Why WWE? Why? Why Hit Row? I was so excited for this group. I was anticipating greatness. I expected greatness. I was waiting for these guys to blow up and take over the main roster. I was already fantasy booking a freaking match between Hit Row and the Bloodline, bro. Imagine that. Hit Row and the Bloodline. It would have been so good. Money. At this point, I don't even know how to feel. I'm just sad. I'm sad. I can't believe it. I can't believe that Hit Row has been released. It started with BFAB. BFAB was released with the last batch of released talent, and now the whole of Hit Row is non-existent anymore. At least in WWE, that is. There is no more Hit Row, and this was such a breakout group in NXT, man. I was watching NXT just for these guys. At this point, I don't even know what's the point of NXT. We are rooting for these guys as they start out in NXT, but when they reach the main roster, it's like they fizzle out. You know, they don't get used. It's a mess, man. This one hurt, okay? This one, when I saw Hit Row on the list of names, if you don't know the list of names, I think the most shocking names are John Morrison. John Morrison has been released. Tegan Knox. I mean, I was not a fan of Tegan Knox, but that's surprising. Like John Morrison, bro. Like the John Morrison one is I don't understand. I was rooting for John Morrison this time around. Look, John Morrison was one of my favorite superstars as I was growing up. He's acrobatic, his skills in the ring. I thought this time around it would work for him, but he's been released. I loved the stuff he was doing with The Miz last year during the pandemic. They're such a good duo, and I thought, like, since Miz was I think Miz is busy with Dancing with the Stars, right? I think so. Is it Dancing with the Stars? I think so. And Morrison was left alone on the main roster. I thought this was gonna be his time to, like, for WWE to give him a push, but unfortunately, he's been released, and now Morrison and his wife Frankie Monet have been released. The Frankie Monet one I was angry with as well, because Frankie Monet was so promising, bro. She had character, she had a specific look. I mean, she had the right ingredients for what you need to succeed in WWE, and that's character, that's a look, that's charisma. Oh man, Hit Row had all of that in bucket loads. Charisma, a character. Look, they had a gimmick, a great gimmick, but it's all over now. It's all over. This is such wasted potential. We don't know what they could have become. It's so frustrating, bro. And I guess this creates like a lot of uncertainty backstage, because now nobody knows, not the fans, not the wrestlers themselves backstage, who's gonna be released next. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's next. We could see Bianca Belair on the next list at this point. Bianca Belair could be released. Nobody is safe, bro. This is so frustrating, bro. It's annoying. I don't get it. I think possibly this has to do with the company being in transition. Maybe they're transitioning into, like WWE for the past 4 years have been signing up these guys who are on the independent circuit, on the independent scene. guys who had been in ROH, guys who had been in TNA, Impact, Evolve, all of those like independents, and they were signing these guys up, bringing them up through NXT. But man, some of these guys had been wrestling for like 10 to 15 years before they even had signed a WWE contract. But oh man, most of the guys that were signed in 2017, 2018 are now released. Most of them, bro. Like, it's crazy. If this means that WWE are trying to create an environment where they're creating more homegrown talent, more stars, creating stars the WWE way, instead of picking from the independent circuit, from the independent scene, I guess it's a good thing. I mean, that's what WWE has been criticized for. People have been saying that WWE has failed to create homegrown stars, homegrown talent. Then that's valid criticism they've been getting for like the past, I don't know, 10 years now. The last megastar that WWE had, like the biggest star they had, was John Cena. And he was homegrown. You could say he was he was homegrown, and that was the last megastar. Now we have Roman Reigns. They tried with him for years and years and years, but the audience just wasn't feeling it, and now they are seeing the fruits of their labor. Close to a decade of them pushing Roman Reigns, and now it's paying off, because Roman is the biggest thing in wrestling right now. The tribal chief, the head of the table, that's undeniable. You can't deny that Roman Reigns is the biggest thing in wrestling right now. And Roman Reigns is a homegrown WWE talent, So I think these are signs of a company in transition. I heard rumors about WWE trying to I think Vince is trying to sell off the company. I'm not too sure about that, if those rumors are true. But this to me shows that even with the creation of NXT 2.0, you can see like we are seeing new faces, we are seeing new matchups. Like, I think WWE is a company in transition right now, and they are trying to do things the WWE way. I think that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just sucks that it's at the expense of all these great talents. It's sad. If anything, it's sad, and I'm so angry about this Hit Row release. I was such a fan of Hit Row. Like, you guys don't even understand. I am such a huge fan of Hit Row, and seeing them released is so. Seeing Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, Isaiah Swift Scott, B-Fab, it's gonna be so annoying not to see them on my screen on Friday nights. I mean, I'm still going to watch. I mean, the Tribal Chief and the Bloodline are still there doing their thing. I want to see how the new guys, the new faces on SmackDown are gonna be doing. But this Hit Row one, man, it's sad. It hurts. It hurts, to be honest. It hurts. And when I saw the news, I was angry. I wanted to come on here and rant and just like... And I'm a self-professed WWE fanboy. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm a WWE fanboy, but WWE, why? This is so... I don't get it, man. I don't... Hit Row. Why Hit Row? Why Hit Row? Why them? Why them? I don't get it. The Jackson Riker, I get. Shane Thorne, I get. I kind of get those. John Morrison, I kind of get that. Even though it's sad, I do get it. But Hit Row, they were young, up and coming. It's I'm not done with WWE yet, but if this streak of releases continue, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm Kat, the African Mark. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is my reaction to the latest batch of releases. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. Subscribe, like this, click, share, do whatever you want with it. It's public. Look, I'm just sad. I'm just upset. I don't know how to feel. I guess RIP hit row. RIP. Peace.